My name is Manusha.
And my name is Daranikka. Today we will be talking about the Sri Lankan's version of the coming of age ceremony. On the map, Sri Lanka is beside India, not in but right next to it. But we are specifically talking about Jaffna, a huge city in Sri Lanka.
Firstly, we will explain what a coming of age ceremony means in Sri Lankan culture and what we call it in Tamil. If you didn't know by now, Tamil is a language in Sri Lanka, and in Tamil we call the ceremony a Samiti Vudu.
Or some may say the dreaded Samiti Vidu due to the embarrassment. Moving on to the history. Did you know that the original meaning of this ceremony was to celebrate a young girl's viability to get married, as the reason why they were dressed as little brides? At the time, child marriage was widely acceptable, so this was a normal celebration. Yet, in the actual ceremony, the maternal uncle leads the girl to the seat in the celebration. The reason was historically, maternal uncles would be the first choice of husband for the child. She would be the perfect age to bear a child, so he would be seen as the mapila, or groom first in line. Thank goodness it was banned. Back in time, the celebration was to be restricted in the home of the family instead of a hall. As for food, they would slaughter a chicken in front of the guests and eat it afterwards as a feast.
When the girl first gets her period, and it is known across her close family, she is not allowed to leave her house for a time varying a week to a month. The girl is also fed raw egg every single morning until her cycle ends, and she is also fed turmeric balls around lunchtime once a day until the first menstruation cycle is over. We have a first bath which only includes close family. The girls are sat in a tub with jackfruit leaves, and we have the close family, which includes men who are married or really close male cousins and girls who have already hit puberty. They pour the water on us to show their acceptance.
Moving on to transition. After the first menstruation cycle is over, the immediate family and other relatives plan a celebratory bath called the Tirundukuli, symbolizing the transition between childhood to womanhood. The ceremonial bath is infused with turmeric, which is involved in many Hindu rituals. While in the tub, the girl is covered in flowers and is usually put into a pavada and blouse, or half sari. They get turmeric, milk, grass, rice, and all sorts of things that are seen as pure poured onto their heads. After the bath, she is changed and brought down to start the second part of the ritual, which includes a swami, who is basically the priest for Hindus, who blesses the girl with blessings and purification.
On the third step, we go to the actual event. This is the Saree ceremony, where the girl is dressed in formal saris, the most expensive jewelry, and everything is sorted out and bought for her. After the girl is ready, she is then brought downstairs with her female cousins, aunts, and flower girls by her side. The girl is then taken outside of her house and is usually taken to the hall of choice by a limo or an extravagant car, usually with their flower girls, but some include everyone they came downstairs with. As she enters the hall, she enters with the flower girls, her aunts, and her uncle by her side. After the girl is seated on a mat in the middle of the floor. The girls who have already come of age line up in lines of 2, and they come in with oil lamps. They set the oil lamps down 2 by 2 around a big circle surrounding the girl. After this, the girls who have set the oil lamps circle around the girl, and they leave in the lines of 2. At the end, the aunts of choice come and give their respects to the girl. How they do this is by holding a plate with coconuts and leaves. At the end of the ceremony, the guests who are invited give the girl gold and money. They give gold jewelry specifically because it is a sign of wealth and prosperity, and is given for the girl to pass down to her future generations.
As for symbolic elements, let's break down the main ones. A sari itself is a powerful symbol of femininity, grace, and tradition, marking the girl's transition into adulthood. We use turmeric as a marking in the girl's first menstruation cycle. Turmeric is shown as a symbol of purity, fortune, and blessing for their future. A coconut is included in the ceremony from how it symbolizes purity, fertility, and divine blessings. The outer shell of the coconut represents protection, while the inside represents spiritual essence. The coconut itself symbolizes the offering of oneself to the deity. The coconut has 3 eyes, symbolizing the Trimurti. They are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Flowers, mainly fresh flowers such as jasmine or roses, are used in the girl's hair for decoration. It symbolizes purity, new beginnings, and beauty, while the fragrance also adds a sense of grace. Oil lamps are lit at the beginning of the ceremony to welcome blessing, symbolizing knowledge, wisdom, and the elimination of negativity, guiding the young girl to a bright future. As for gifts, guests are to present traditional things like gold jewelry, silk saris, and other items, symbolizing supporting the girl's transition. Religious rituals like the puja ceremonies, conducted by priests or swamis in this case, seek blessings from deities and guidance for the girl's future. There is no specific god for a celebration like this, but symbolically, the Saraswati goddess is put together with the Saree ceremony. She is worshipped as the embodiment of wisdom, purification, knowledge, and arts, including writing, dancing, and music, and something that is temporarily physically modified, but is included as a symbolic element, is henna. It is seen as a sign of protection. With designs in the art, it pushes away evil spirits, especially the evil eye, which many Hindus are concerned about.
You may ask, how is the new status of the individual recognized? Well, in Sri Lankan culture, they recognize the girl through all the rituals we talked about. And the new status she will take on is that she is now a woman and starts her journey in womanhood. Sri Lankans often do these rituals to show off the girl's new status because it symbolizes physical growth and the readiness to take on adult responsibilities.
It is important to remember that depending on the village, there are many ways it is done, but this is simply the most commonly used way of doing a Saree ceremony in Sri Lanka.